Welcome. My name is Diana Circo and I'm pleased to be the superintendent of the Roaring Fork School District. We've put together this video so that we can provide for you what we feel is key pertinent information on our school bond election, which on your ballot is Bond Initiative 3B. And the whole purpose of this is to take a look at what plans we've put together. We believe that strong schools make strong communities, and there are no strong communities that don't have strong schools. So this video will really show you what 5 key elements of this bond election are and how we believe it will address the quality of education that we provide for you across our district in our 3 communities. The first of those will be an overview of the upgrades that are badly needed at Glenwood Springs Elementary School. We have over 500 children there now in a building that was built originally in 1921, so its time has come for some serious upgrades. We also want to talk to you about affordable housing and our ability to attract and retain high-quality staff. Next, we'll be looking at relieving enrollment pressure in the Glenwood Springs area. We have 2 elementaries and a middle school that are greatly over capacity at this time and really need some enrollment relief. We believe the construction of a pre-K through 8th grade facility at the East Bank area, which is between Glenwood Springs and Carbondale, will help to relieve that enrollment pressure and provide for the space that we need. Next, we'll be addressing school safety and really how do we change the construction of our buildings so that they are meeting this very important need and making sure that people have to go through our offices before they can enter our building. The next is really looking at facilities, academic needs, the upgrade of our middle schools. We're very excited about this as we believe it will allow us to create a more engaging environment for our students to really face the educational needs of the 21st century. So I invite you to watch this information video as I believe it will help you to make your decision as you fill out your ballot.
Voting yes on 3B will allow us to rebuild the historical Glenwood Springs Elementary School. We've already received a $9.1 million grant from the state of Colorado, which we'll lose if we don't pass this vote. They've identified us as one of the most critical needs in the entire state. What we're looking forward to is restoring this historical building, tearing down our old and decrepit buildings and building one modern facility that meets the needs of our teachers for collaboration and for our students for flexible learning spaces and 21st century learning environments. Another exciting component to this project is the work we've been doing with downtown Glenwood Springs around the Confluence Project. We see a new building as the heart of this beautiful space, connecting families and neighborhoods to the downtown area, right along the confluence of the Roaring Fork River.
Every one of us here in the Valley has had the experience of a teacher or a great administrator leaving because they couldn't afford to be in the Valley anymore. As part of the district's strategic plan, we've identified keeping and retaining teachers as a critical need of the district, and the lack of affordable housing has become a significant impediment to our achieving that goal. In order to address this, the district board has designated $15 million among our 3 communities to go towards affordable housing. Our goal, to achieve 15 to 20 units in each of our communities over the next 24 months. If 3B passes, the district hopes that this will be the location of the first affordable teacher housing in the Roaring Fork Valley, here at Willits Town Center. Currently, the district, along with the town of Basalt and Mariner Development, are negotiating a letter of intent to acquire 14 units of affordable housing, which will be ready for occupancy within 14 months. The district hopes that by financing these units with the bond initially, we can provide a continuous revenue stream to reinvest into the program and help transition our teachers and staff from rental housing into permanent home ownership here in the Valley.
This is one of our middle schools, and there are a few things I want to point out as I walk through. I'm just walking right by the main office here, and there's nobody here to either greet and welcome me or to check and see who's coming and going. We need better ways to restrict access to make sure that people who are coming into our schools have a business for being here. At the same time, I'm walking into this kind of closed, uninviting space. And as we address the security issues and make sure that we can check and restrict who's coming and going, we can make this more welcoming and accessible and create furnishings and spaces for people to interact and work together throughout the day. Let's walk over to the cafeteria. This is the cafeteria. Architecturally, it's a pretty nice space. It's got high ceilings, a lot of natural light. Students on a nice day can eat outdoors on the patio. Unlike most of our middle schools, the space itself works pretty well, but the furnishings are really lacking. And so because of that, it's only set up for one thing, which is eating lunch. And students can only use it for about 2 hours a day. Imagine changing the space just a little bit with nicer furnishings, more interactive spaces within, so that community groups could gather, so that we could have large classes or small classes or breakout groups. We could really be using this cafeteria dawn to dusk and get much better use from it. This is one of our computer labs. These labs have served us well over the years, but we can do better now. As you can see, all these desks are literally bolted in rows, and they don't foster the kinds of flexible, collaborative, interactive learning that we want to see from our students. And now every student in our school district is going to have a one-to-one device, going to have a Chromebook or something like this. These can go anywhere, they're portable. And so we can unbolt the desks and create different kinds of learning spaces. Let me show you our makerspace. This is an improvised space that we call a makerspace. We'd like to see a lot more of these kinds of flexible learning spaces in our schools. You guys, what kinds of learning can you do in the makerspace?
Kinds of learning you can be better with your skills of creativity, teamwork, perseverance, and compassion.
We like to play with our friends, and it's better to create stuff and learn our skills. We could also recycle cardboard, plates and cups.
We could build something new.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
We're here at East Bank. This is the proposed location for a new school that would serve preschool through 8th grade in the Glenwood Springs attendance area. The reason this school was proposed is to provide enrollment relief for Sopris Elementary School and Glenwood Springs Middle School, which are both operating on a combined basis at about 150 to 160 students over capacity. They're both using a combined 10 modular classrooms to educate students, and we have more projected growth on the way. This school location was selected because this is where our population growth center is right now. If we open this school today, we would have about 310 to 320 students in it, from Buffalo Valley, just north of this site, to Cattle Creek, just south of this site. There is also a significant amount of already approved additional development that's to occur in this area, and it made sense to put the school here in the community that already exists, instead of continuing to transport students into Glenwood Springs, some of them riding the bus an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half each way to school. The proposed cost of this new facility would be $34.5 million. It's part of a larger bond issue for $122 million that will address facility needs across the entire district from Glenwood Springs to Basalt.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it helpful and informative. The cost of this bond is about $122 million, which means for each and every taxpayer, that's on a $500,000 home, for instance, that's about $280 a year. It's about $55 for each $100,000 of your property's value. And while we know that this is no small amount, we do believe that the favorable bond market, which will allow us to get $16 million in additional premium bonds, plus the $9.1 million for BEST, make this an extremely economically sound decision for us at this time to be able to leverage all of those factors to create high quality spaces for our students in addition to the affordable housing. So we thank you for watching this and hope that you will remember our kids when you fill out your ballot. If you need more information, please go to the Roaring Fork School District website at www.rfsd.k12.co.us, or please contact any of us for more information. We're happy to visit with you and answer your questions.